Hello, everybody. It is September 4th, 2025, and I first off want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. Had a bunch of you lately, loving all the comments. Thank you, everyone, for all the likes. Hope everyone will like and definitely please subscribe to this channel. Okay, on to the topic. As you know, Donald Trump issued an executive order not too long ago about flag burning. He said that they were going to outlaw burning of the flag and they were going to criminally punish people who burn the flag. So what I did was I went and I actually read the entire executive order. Now, the first thing to note is there's a case from the 80s called, I believe it was Texas v. Johnson. And what that one said is that flag burning is protected free speech. Even Anton Scalia agreed that it was protected free speech at the time. Now, by the way, just so you know, before anyone tries to make any decisions about my opinions on flag burning is, let me talk about the legality of the executive order, and then I'll give you my own personal opinion of the issue of burning the American flag as a form of protest. And I will tell you, regardless of whether you're on the left or the right, you're going to hate my opinion. So if you decide to listen to it, and I will use some very strong language because I have strong feelings about it, please know you have been warned and you do so at your own risk. Okay, so as for the executive order, what the order actually says is that it says clearly that based on the Supreme Court case, the state cannot punish you for burning the flag per se. What it in fact instructs law enforcement to do and the Justice Department to do is to look at people who are burning the American flag as a form of protest and then begin trying to figure out what other ways they can potentially prosecute them. Can it be arson? Can it be inciting violence? Can it be anything? Basically, that's the whole idea of it is it says, look, you can't punish him for that. You can't charge him for that. Find something else is essentially the gist of it. Obviously, I'm radically oversimplifying. I'm going to try to put the link to the executive order in the description so that you can read it yourself. And I would encourage you to read it yourself and form your own opinion. Okay, so as to the legality of it, on its face, initial blush, it seems pretty legal. Like, okay, it's basically saying you can't punish people for burning the flag, but if they broke another crime in the process of it, punish them for that. That in and of itself seems, fairly okay. But as I was thinking about it, I'm like, is this really going to pass constitutional muster? Because the naked intent of this executive order is so obvious and so clear, and it is to go after people for flag burning, which is constitutionally protected. It's saying find another official reason for the prosecution, but target people based on their burning of the American flag. In my opinion, this will not pass constitutional muster because the intent of the order is so clearly to punish constitutionally protected speech. It's not saying find people who committed these crimes who may also have happened to have burned the flag. It's saying find people who have burned the flag and start looking for other crimes to punish them for. So it is the flag burning that is the targeted activity. Now, will other judges feel the same? Well, I'm not a judge, I'm an attorney. Will judges feel the same way that I do? I don't know. Depends on the judge. I'm not saying that my opinion is definitely correct, but I will tell you my reaction to it is that if I'm a judge, I'm ruling it unconstitutional and a violation of free speech because the targeted activity by what they are targeting is not whatever secondary thing they can find. It is the flag burning. It is clearly designed to prohibit and prevent people, not prohibit, but prevent people from burning the flag by creating a criminal deterrence to it. That, to use the famous phrase, would have a chilling effect on free speech. So yes, in my opinion, it is going to be ruled unconstitutional. What will judges say? I don't know. Certainly very much going to be up to the court to decide this. And I don't mean that, I mean, obviously it's up to the court to decide, but I mean in terms of I could see people going either way, and I could see a reasonable judge coming to a different conclusion than I did. Now, all that being said, personal opinion, I hate flag burning. I absolutely 100% think it should be legal. This is America. You have a right to free speech. You have a right to criticize our country, our government, our people, everything, and I fully support your right to do that. That being said, if you burn the American flag, I think you're an asshole and an idiot. I don't like you, and if you catch yourself on fire in the process, I will laugh at you for burning yourself while you did it, and I think you deserve it. By the way, it doesn't stop at burning the flag. I think you should be allowed to burn a Koran. You can burn a gay pride flag, a trans pride flag. You can burn a Bible. You can burn a Confederate flag. I think if it is your property and you're not otherwise breaking the law, you have the right to protest and to demonstrate and to show your dissatisfaction with whatever. I firmly oppose hate speech laws for just this reason. I think you have every right in the world to say you hate this person, this group, whatever. You have every right in the world to say you hate me. If you want to come and say, I hate that guy, go right ahead. This is America. You're free to say that. Again, if you are one of the people, and you're burning someone's sacred religious symbol or their national symbol, again, I want to really emphasize you are an asshole and you are an idiot. And again, if you catch yourself on fire in the process, I have no sympathy for you. But I firmly support your right to do that and to demonstrate to the world your dissatisfaction by being said asshole and by being said idiot. I do not respect you, but I do respect your rights, and I respect your right to do that. So that is my opinion on it. I'm sure some people will be very angry about it. Feel free to tell me. Again, I support your rights. Say I'm wrong. Say I'm an idiot. Go ahead, knock yourself out. But that is my opinion. I do think this will be ruled unconstitutional. I certainly hope it is, because the same concept that Trump is putting in place could easily be used by a future Democratic administration to target conservative protest. Someone says, "I don't want gay pride crosswalks." I don't, and I want to protest that. And so I want to burn a gay pride flag. Well, yeah, you should be allowed to do that. So forth and so on. I support everybody's right to protest. So I am hoping it gets ruled unconstitutional, and I think it will. I'm not 100% sure of that because the executive order does try to thread the needle here. But I will tell you, it is very scary to me, the idea that people exercising constitutionally protected speech would then be targeted for investigation to say, sort of you show me the man, I'll show you the crime. In other words, we're not investigating a crime, we're investigating a person and looking for a crime. And that is not how the justice system is supposed to work. The justice system is supposed to investigate crimes, not investigate people to try to find some crime that they did that they can then persecute them for. There's a difference between prosecution and persecution. If the Justice Department says that a crime was committed, let's investigate. We think this person did it, so let's investigate whether or not this person did the crime. That is proper prosecution. If you say, we don't like this person because of some political speech they engaged in, some protest or demonstration that was otherwise lawful, and so we're going to just start investigating them in general and try to find some crime that they have committed, that is persecution, and that should never be allowed in the United States of America. You have a right to protest. You have a right to demonstrate. You have a right to be an idiot. You have a right to be an asshole. You have a right to be wrong. You have a right to say stupid and outrageous stuff. You have a right to be an absolute hateful son of a gun, in my opinion. And you have a right to hate anybody you want. You have a right to love anybody you want. You have a right to ignore anybody that you want. Now, obviously, I'm on a soapbox here giving you my opinions on this, but yes, I am very much hopeful it will be overturned. I think it will. Time will, of course, tell. I do think a reasonable judge could have a different opinion than I do. I do not see my opinion as being the logic of it being so ironclad as to be just bulletproof in court. But nonetheless, that's my opinion. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments. Agree, disagree, something else? Let me know. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye-bye.